The National Council for Civic Education, with funding from the United Nations Development Programme, on Friday, conducted a day-long capacity-building session aimed at empowering grassroots women's organizations and networks to mobilize support for aspiring female candidates. The event, held at the Governor's Office in Brikama, West Coast Region, was organized under the theme Strengthen Solidarity, Mobilizing for Women's Representation. The initiative is part of ongoing efforts to address gender imbalances in leadership and decision-making spaces where women remain underrepresented despite their vital contributions to community development and peace building. Through targeted grassroots engagement, the program seeks to dismantle cultural and structural barriers that hinder women's political participation. It also aims to increase the number of women in leadership and decision-making roles by tackling challenges such as restrictive legal frameworks, cultural norms, and capacity gaps among aspiring female leaders. Speaking during the session, Momoruba, Program Officer at the National Council for Civic Education, emphasized the importance of grassroots mobilization, noting that empowering women's network is essential for enhancing female political participation.
Our common goal is to empower and rally support for female candidates who are prepared to assume leadership positions in our communities. We now see how important it is for women organizations to help these future leaders. Not only is it a question of equality, but the advancement of our society depends on the presence of women in leadership roles. Our shared dedication to strengthening women and making sure their voices are heard in politics is symbolized by this event. In the coming days, or today and tomorrow, we will have important conversations, exchange insightful ideas, and create plans to rally support for prospective female candidates.
Also addressing participants, the Governor of West Coast Region, Usman Boja, acknowledged the cultural and social obstacles that continue to limit women's involvement in politics and governance.
Especially in this modern social media ages, where a lot of people will be worried what would be said about them, what history may come behind them. So these are all things that build barriers between, especially women, to run for office. I mean, even for men, some feel it. They may not run for an office because they feel that maybe they may be disadvantaged. But the reality is the women especially, they are very, very short-changed in the way we let them be in offices. And I think if you look at the population, we have a need to encourage them, build their capacity, and most important, that will give courage to even our daughters and sisters coming up to know that they can also run for office just like any other man can do. So this is extremely important for all of us as a country.
Representing the participating women, Jane Baba welcomed the initiative, stating that such capacity building efforts are vital in creating opportunities for more women to pursue political office.
This is very important because, as we all know, women are left behind a lot in the political space and leadership positions in this country. If you go through the data, we have limited women in the National Assembly, the local government councils, and even the executive. There are very few women. So this capacity building will make many women to know that they should be part of it.
The week-long initiative, which runs from April 26 to May 30, 2025, is being implemented across two regions, West Coast Region and the North Bank Region. A total of 8 capacity-building sessions are scheduled, with 4 in each region. These sessions targeted selected women's group and community-based organizations with a focus on building leadership skills, enhancing political literacy, and encouraging grassroots-level support for female candidates. Reporting for Kirfatu, I am Fatu Silla.